All right, good morning, everyone. I'm going to ask everyone to stand up, and we're going to sing our opening tune by Rickie, Byars. I'm choosing heaven. And when? Today. All right, so here we go. And feel free to clap. I can't because I got stuff in my hands. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Grace, I'm choosing grace today. I'm choosing grace today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing grace today. All right, go ahead and say hello to your neighbor. All right, come on back, and we're going to choose compassion. Here we go. I choose compassion today. I choose compassion today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I choose compassion today. I'm choosing joy today. Are you joyful? I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. Heaven, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. What a great way to start Celebrate Sunday. Thank you, Bob Goodwin on piano, and thank you, the VTC Community Choir in the seats. Welcome to Celebrate Sunday here. And I'm going to ask, but I think this is one of those rare times, is there anyone who's here for the first time on a Sunday? I think that's a no, and that rarely happens. So welcome back, everyone. So here we are at the Victoria Truth Center on Celebrate Sunday, and we come together every Sunday. We come together every Wednesday at Elevate, and so many other times here at VTC to basically do one thing and one thing only, and that's to remember that love is all there is. Love goes by many names. Some people call love spirit, some call it source, some call it God, some call it universe, some call it the quantum field. Whatever it is that you call it, it really doesn't matter, because it's the thing that we are celebrating. It is the thing that we are acknowledging in ourselves, in each other, and the more that we acknowledge it, the more that we recognize it in ourselves, the more we can spot it in everyone and everything else. And as we do, then that love, that God, that source, that spirit that we all are, amplifies and shines more brilliantly throughout the world. So how does that sound on a Sunday morning here at VTC? Great. All right, so let us also remember where it is that we're doing all this celebrating and acknowledging and amplifying. That we are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at some of the values that they hold dear, forgiveness, love, respect, honesty, and courage, then this is something that we could all likely embrace and embody more fully, all of these values. And as we do, then what we're doing is we are being true to who and what we are. We are being true to our nature. And as we are more authentic as ourselves, then we can be more authentic with everyone and everything around us. And so what an amazing, amazing way to be grateful, to show reverence and appreciation for these incredible peoples and communities that have stewarded these beautiful, brilliant lands so gorgeously, so profoundly for so long. So what an honor, what a blessing, what a gift to be able to live and breathe and work and play and co-create together on these lands. Haishka. All right, so now we're going to move into our reflective or meditative tune, and I invite you to sing along if you wish. Very simple, I Surrender by Christy Snow. That's the whole tune right there. And as we see a real-time example of falling into the arms of love, as we all open our hearts more fully, receiving the love that is so, so fully present, so ever present in each and every one of us. I'm so grateful to remember and to feel in every fiber of my being that love is all there is. And so as we move through the rest of our time together today, I am knowing that every single moment, every single word spoken, every single curiosity aroused, every single question asked, every single turn of phrase is founded and grounded in that one power, presence, and profundity that is forever moving and grooving its way in, through, and as everyone and everything, unfolding, unfurling, blossoming, radiating from the very epicenter of our souls. And so for all the love that is present, knowing that there is always so, so, so much more to come, I simply release my word as law, knowing that today's Celebrate Sunday is a beautiful, loving, brilliant, successful, done deal in the universal mind of God, in the quantum field of infinite potentiality. So I release, I let go, and I bask in this beautiful, brilliant, loving flow as together we say, and so it is. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bob. All right, so we are in our last Sunday of this month of consciousness. And so now is an opportunity. I'm just going to hand the microphone. You don't need to talk. I'm just handing you the microphone. So there's no feedback. Now is the opportunity for someone here, and I know there are one or two people who have something that they would like to share, some kind of insight or wisdom, or maybe even a transformation that has taken place over the last month about our theme of consciousness, and maybe the affirmation to go with, which is, love is all there is, consciousness is everything. So we've had several weeks for this to inform our lives, our day-to-day experience, the way that we are creating and receiving life. So who has something that they would like to share, something that is present for them right now in this moment that they would like to share with the community? Debbie's got the mic. Oh, there, again. This happened the last time. Yeah, go ahead, give her a try. The mic will need to be turned on. All right, we would love to hear from you, Lily.
Are you happy to be here?
So a beautiful smile. Thank you so much, Lily. Okay.
Good.
Oh yeah, Barb, please.
I've never been able to get away with anything with Debbie.
So hold it up, Barb. Yeah.
My name is Barbara, and I'm a new member, and I'm just loving being here. I'm taking a course on the 4 agreements, and one of the agreements is don't take things for granted. Or it's not.
Don't take things personally?
No.
Don't make assumptions.
That's the one. I wasn't prepared for this, honest. But don't make assumptions. I have a very dear friend with whom I spend Saturdays, and it's an ongoing thing and an agreement we've made. And I explained to her very carefully that for the next 5 Sundays I would not be able to attend because of the 4 agreements class. And I naturally assumed she would remember. When I got home the first Saturday, there were frantic phone calls, about 8 of them on my phone. Where are you? I've been calling hospitals. I'm absolutely... And I was very angry, actually, I have to admit, because I had spent some considerable time. But the lesson there for me, I didn't have to go through that poison, but I did experience what happens to a person when they make assumptions. And that was all I needed to get it cemented. Couldn't remember it, of course, when I stood up here, but I know very well what can happen when we make assumptions. It is very poisonous, and it only hurts the person who made the assumption. Thank you for listening.
Mic on. Anyone else have something that they would like to share? Okay, at the back there. Thank you.
Nice to see you. Okay.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Yeah, what's been on my mind is lately with the political views in the U.S. and here in Canada, and there seems to be a lot of fear-mongering and misinformation. One thing that comes to mind is the powerful force that's against that, and that is love. That love and caring for others is the powerful force that fights the fear and the uncertainty on this world.
Thank you. If I may, just to reframe, that love is the it's the activator that activates the love that is present in everyone. And I'm taking the word fight out of there because fight, can have a negative connotation to it. But yes, I mean, the sentiment definitely, love transcends all. And so the more that we can anchor ourselves in love for ourselves, for each other, for the world, the more that love that is already present in everyone and everything will bubble up to the surface and just shine out into the world. So thank you for that, Rickie. Thank you. All right. Okay. So I will take the microphone back, please. Thank you. And now we're going to move into our feature tune with Bob. So Bob, can you let us know what you chose and why, please?
Well, when I received the email this week, of course, the one line that struck me is love is all there is. And I kind of went, oh, okay. So I'm hoping I'm playing two songs that we know, or hopefully you will recognize. And at the same time, I hope you will take time of being conscious about love and also consciousness. What does that mean? Because it encompasses a lot of areas.
Thank you, Bob. I definitely recognize that first tune from Unity, actually. And the second tune, is that from here, BTC before? No? Anyway, thank you, both very apropos. All right, so, all right, week 4 of going back to basics, like Centers for Spiritual Living around the world do. And in the introduction, part 4 of the Science of Mind is called How to Use It. So there's this thing, talks about it as the thing itself, call it whatever you will, it's everywhere, everyone, everything, all the time. Then this thing works in a certain way, and that means that in order for it to express, in order for it to fulfill itself, in order for us to be able to create our life experience, there has to be sort of a process, a creative process of how this incredible ethereal beingness shows up as form. So that's about the law. And then what is it that this thing does? It expresses. In the universal, it is constantly moving and grooving its way through some kind of outlet so that it can experience itself in form. And on the individual level, as we are creating our life experience, we also have the opportunity to remember that we are so much more than this. So much more than every thought, belief, feeling, experience, choice, habit, action step that has gotten us to this moment right here, right now. That there is something within each, every one of us. There is something that is all around us, informing us all the time, that there is so much more. And so how do we use it? How do we make use of this incredible, amazing awesomeness that each and every one of us is? Well, as a reminder, or for those who don't know, New Thought was founded on mental healing. And so the whole premise was that you could use your mind in a specific way to heal. And really, when Ernest Holmes writes about this healing in the Science of Mind, he talks about how it's not so much healing as it is revealing who and what we already are. So it's really us remembering. So how do we intentionally, consciously remember who we are, and how do we intentionally, consciously create our most amazing life? Well, this is where my absolute #1 favorite tool of all time to transform your life comes in, affirmative prayer. Or as in religious science, we call it spiritual mind treatment. Or as in what Emma Smiley called it, atomic prayer. Whatever you call it, it is a form of prayer where we are not begging or beseeching or asking some other entity outside of us for something. We are praying as. We are affirming that this is who and what we are. This is what I know. No matter what is going on around me, no matter what circumstances are like, no matter even what thoughts might be going on in my head, I know beyond all of that there is this incredible, amazing, powerful, eternal, boundless, limitless wisdom and knowingness and presence and profundity that is forever ready to unleash itself in, through, and as me, in, through, and as everyone and everything. So, how do we use it? If we are to actually maximize our true potential, then we need to be aware that this is what's happening, and then we need to use it consciously, okay? Because this law that is in effect, we can simply call it the law of cause and effect. What you think about, you bring about. What you focus on expands. What you lament cements. That's still a new one for me, and I really like it. But consciously, Ernest Holmes says a trained mind is far more powerful than an untrained mind, or trained thought is far more powerful than untrained thought. So once we become aware of who and what we are and how powerful we are, then we get to consciously choose, consciously decide, okay, how am I going to steer and navigate through my life? Am I going to go based on the assumptions that I have made up until now? the ideas that have been truths for me until now, the truths that people all around me are saying, well, that's just the way it is. That's the way it's always been, so that's the way it's going to be. It's another one of those days. Oh, isn't that always the way? Or are we going to go, okay, yeah, even so, there is that in me that knows. Even if I don't know how to change or shift or pivot, there is that in me that knows. And even if I feel like I don't have a choice, there is that in me that knows, and I trust and know that this is guiding me at this moment. But sometimes that's not enough, right? You got to be more direct. And so there is this form of prayer, affirmative prayer, that we are taught in religious science, which is called spiritual mind treatment. And like I said, it is praying as. So we are affirming what we already know, what we already trust. And in 5-step spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer, or even atomic prayer, the way that Emma would call it, the first step is realization. God is all there is. Love is all there is. Consciousness is everything. However you want to state it, there's one thing, that's what's going on. Number 2, identification. I am God. I am love. I am the love of my life. Thank you, Don Miguel Ruiz, via the book study with Glenn Sheridan. Declaration. This is the intention for the prayer, the intention for the treatment. And there are 2 schools of thought here. There's consciousness is everything, so it's all about the consciousness. And then there's what is it that the prayer is for? Is it for health? Is it for abundance? Is it for finding a new job? Okay? But ultimately, if the consciousness is there, this is going to show up because the consciousness is what's demonstrating as this. As the health, as the abundance, as the job. So the declaration is, here's what I know. Here's what I declare. Step 4 is gratitude. I am thankful for whatever it is that you are treating for, that you are praying for, that you are knowing. You are grateful for it because it already exists in the universal mind of God, in the quantum field of infinite potentiality. It's already there. It is fully baked, fully present. All we need to do is open ourselves up to it. So this is where the trust and the faith comes in. And then the final step is release. And this is when we say, and so it is, at the end of a prayer. We know it's done. We let it go. We're not sitting there saying, but it's got to look like this, it's got to feel like this, it's got to be this big, it's got to be this color. Because once you start putting all of these things in, all these boxes that need to be ticked, then you're starting to tell God or universe how to package it. And guess what? If there are gazillions of possibilities, doesn't it stand to reason that there maybe are a gazillion other ways that this thing that you are intending, this thing that you are praying for/as, can show up in your life experience? So why limit yourself to what you know? Why not open yourself up to, it sounds a little dualistic, but universe has my back. God's got it covered. It's already done. So it is. Now, in the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes says that the key ingredient for prayer is feeling. You can say all the words, you can have all the steps, you can put everything in the right order, but if you say it like this, then chances are it's not going to come true. But if you do this, and you really know, and you trust, and you're adamant and unwavering and steadfast in your faith, knowing who and what you are, that it is already done, feeling, right? And Thomas Troward would say that it's actually faith. But really, those go hand in hand, okay? Now, in Magnificent Assumption, which was Emma Smiley's final book, she writes, by turning within and reiterating that we are a power that is far greater than any power in the world, we are using the power of atomic prayer wisely and well. So this is her version of using it consciously and intentionally or specifically. Or as Ernest Holmes would say, trained thought, okay? It's not just sort of willy-nilly and, I hope it happens and maybe kind of wish, whatever. It's like, this is happening right here, right now. This is the way it is. wisely and well. She also writes, the one who prays wisely is the one who knows that he has within him a limitless power. He's the one who dares to become conscious of this power and to use it. So it's not enough to just know that it exists, right? You actually have to take steps. You have to take action. You have to actively participate in your life experience. No one else is going to live your life for you. No one else is going to hand you stuff on a silver platter unless you have a belief in your subconscious that is so strong that people are going to hand you things on a silver platter. It just happens all the time. Great! But I'm thinking that for most people, that's not the case. And so we need to consciously, actively, intentionally treat. And we need to do it until we demonstrate. So we can let it go and trust and know, but if stuff isn't showing up, then you know what? Go back to the drawing board. Do another affirmative prayer. Anchor yourself in the knowing that this already is. It's what's happening. I know it is. And treat until you demonstrate. And we like to say, treat and move your feet. Okay? So take action. Now, when I was writing out the 5 steps this morning, when I got to gratitude, which is just drilled into our minds, through foundational studies, practitioner studies, ministerial, then I actually wrote down appreciation. Just spontaneously, I wrote that down. And part of it comes from, I don't know when this was, but sometime in the last year, my husband Glenn was talking about Abraham Hicks and talking about this difference, this distinction between appreciation and gratitude. And at first I'm like, but then I started, just like listened, and I'm like, okay. And I thought, ooh, I actually like this. And so what Abraham Hicks says is gratitude and appreciation are 2 different vibrations. Gratitude is often associated with a difficulty that has been overcome, but there is still some of that struggle vibration present. In gratitude, there is a keen awareness of where one has come from, which serves as a sort of point of resistance. Okay? Interesting. Appreciation, on the other hand, is seeing whatever one is looking at through the eyes of Source, and there is no resistance in it. And then appreciation as a word, it's just like it appreciates, right? It builds, it grows, it expands. And I know that there are so many studies that have been done on gratitude, but I'm starting to wonder if gratitude really has been appreciation. Because appreciation is the feeling. Gratitude is kind of the thing, right? We feel appreciation when we are grateful. So I did some looking up on the internet today, and I went to psychologytoday.com, and I looked through a whole bunch of articles, and there was a lot of stuff on there about appreciation versus gratitude. So in one it says, appreciation is opening your heart to feel the improvement in your experience that the presence of someone or something brings. As a mental state, new thought founded on mental healing, as a mental state, it doesn't require transactions or even interactions. This to me was so cool because our form of prayer where we affirm, it's not a transaction. It's not give me this and then I'll be thankful. It's I know this is already happening. I know this is who I am. I'm affirming what I already know. I'm affirming the truth of my being, the truth of the situation, the truth of whomever it is that I am praying for. So there's nothing that has to happen or take place. It's already who and what we are. There was another article that said, appreciation is more behavioral and attitudinal and more likely to motivate positive behavior change. So I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to switch step 4 to appreciation because it's all about the feeling. It is all about the vibration. Because again, if you are praying monotone and not putting energy into it and just kind of thinking, yeah, if I say the words, then my prayer is going to be recognized and I'm going to demonstrate and manifest whatever I want. There's no feeling in there to amplify and move that energy, to put the power in the prayer that already exists. So the key here for me was because our form of prayer is not transactional, because we're not asking someone to do something for us, because we're not looking for something outside of us, we are simply affirming what we already know to be true. Appreciation amplifies the power of prayer. It is the knowing of the prayer. And so the title of my talk today is Appreciating the Power of Affirmative Prayer. And appreciating not as in being thankful for, but appreciating the power, amplifying the power, allowing, like giving opportunity for that power to build and rev up and do its thing so that we can demonstrate who and what we truly are through the manifestations that we want to see and experience in our lives. Okay, so it's not about the job, it's not about the house, it's not about the money. You may think it is, and it may feel like it is in the moment. It is about the opportunity for spirit, source, God, creativity, beauty, intelligence, infinite potentiality to express in, through, and as us and show up as those things in our life. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so back to Ernest Holmes. One of the great difficulties in the new order of thought is that we are likely to indulge in too much theory and too little practice. Such a great quote, right? You can read all the books, you can take all the courses, you can do all the seminars, work with the coach, attend Celebrate Sunday, but if you don't practice, then do you think you're going to get results? If you're playing piano and you don't practice, do you think you're going to get better? Within the realm of possibility, but chances are, right? If you are an athlete, if you work at a job, like whatever, anything, practice, practice, practice. And so he writes, the only way to practice treatment is to practice treatment, right? So how to use it? You got to do it. You got to actually do it. So appreciation amplifies the power of affirmative prayer. The more conscious, heartfelt, and intentional that feeling of appreciation, the more powerful and activational the prayer, the more spontaneously we demonstrate the truth of who and what we are. So my questions to you are you practicing prayer as an affirmation of truth or more like a transaction? Are you praying consciously, wisely, and well? And either way, how can you more intentionally appreciate the power of your prayer? Thank you, and so it is. Okay, time for conscious conversation. So I invite everyone to pick up your chairs, form little circles or gangs of 4, and we'll take about 10 minutes in conscious conversation. And I really encourage you, whatever it is that is coming up regarding this, not, hi, my name is so-and-so, how are you, where do you come from, that kind of stuff. You have 10 minutes to dig in, to what is coming up for you through the talk, through the affirmation, the theme for the month, whatever it is, okay? And I'll ding the meditation bowl when it's time to come back. All right, so as that blessing box is going around, now is the opportunity to connect and tune in and become more aware of how you're feeling right now versus how you were feeling when you came in. So who's feeling more uplifted than they did? Oh, look at all those hands. Who's feeling more connected? Ooh, amazing. Who's feeling more, positive? Okay, all right, some good ones there. Okay, so this positivity, this enthusiasm, this upliftment, whatever it is, this goodness that you're feeling right now, it is always present. It is always available for us to tune into. And guess what? It never runs out. So there is so much that we can share with everyone around us, right? So this is our opportunity to share. So as you are receiving these blessings, this is also an opportunity for you to just get tuned into how you want to be generous with the spirit that you are. So there are a whole bunch of different ways that you can give financially listed on the screen here. There are some tithing envelopes at the back by the silver bowl. There are also some sheets for cash and e-transfers. If you are donating for the first time with e-transfer or cash and you want to be credited with an income tax receipt, please make sure that you, sorry, not cash, credit card, that you fill out one of those sheets so that our treasurer can credit your donation, okay, your generosity of spirit. However it is that you are being generous with your spirit today, I invite you to place your hands on your heart and let's, with enthusiasm, right, declare this abundance blessing together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. See, there's a big difference in that than in gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive, by embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, right? Feeling. Okay, so it is. I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever it is that feels nourishing and good in this moment. Continuing to be steeped in the appreciation and gratitude that is appreciating, that is growing, that is forever present in each and every one of us, in everyone and everything. And I am so, so, so grateful right here, right now, for all of the beautiful brilliance, the illumination that is pouring forth from every single individual present, whether in person or online, everyone and everything, everywhere and everyone. Knowing that there is always, always, always so much more. So knowing that we are forever abundant, that we are blessed, that we are gifts in action, in motion, as consciousness expressing, as love moving and grooving its way in, through, and as all that is. I simply say thank you for it all, appreciating this moment of love and light and warmth and brilliance, as together we say, and so it is. All right, just a handful of announcements because we're at the end of the month. Elevate, last Elevate of January, Wednesday from 7 to 8:45. And we have 2 more Four Agreements book study sessions coming up on the next 2 Saturdays. Conversation has been amazing. Even if you haven't been there for the first 3, please just come in. It is such a great way to connect and explore these 4 incredible sort of, agreements, these principles to live life by. If you have been coming for a while or long enough to feel like, hey, I feel at home here. This is a really cool place, a really supportive place to hang out. I feel like my life is changing for the better because of it. Then please, we would love to have you as part of our community officially. This is a membership form. I have one here. There's one on the back table. We have had an abundance of new members sign up, and so we're actually running out of forms. But we would love to build community with you. So please, come to me, come to one of our board members. Where are our board members? Can you just raise your hand so everyone can see? Anne, Carolyn, Gloria at the back there. Lily's apparently on the board now. Right on. Then yeah, you can always submit a form to any of us or ask us questions. What can we know for you? If you are someone you know is in need of prayer, affirmative prayer is what we are willing to offer. Prayers at victoriatruthcenter.org anytime, or there's the little prayer box with the forms that you can fill out, place in there, and our VTC prayer team will know for you guys. If you are not already signed up for the VTC newsletter, there's the sign-up form over there. If you have been on the newsletter before and for some reason your email address has been cleaned or unsubscribed, you must sign up again yourself. I cannot do that for you through MailChimp. MailChimp doesn't allow that. And if someone has a suggestion on how someone who has tried with a bunch of different emails and not been able to access MailChimp, if you have a workaround, please come and see me because I know someone who could probably really appreciate the support. All right, community announcements. In February, on the 16th, from 2 to 4 p.m., that's the 3rd Sunday, so we will have a healing circle, then we break for an hour, and then there's going to be this. Zoe Hannah Wren, she talked about it last Sunday, and she actually filled in as singer one Sunday a few months back. Beautiful, rich, angelic voice. She's going to be doing this Sing into Freedom vocalization workshop. So it is not about learning how to sing as much as it is really connecting with your voice and just tuning into the power of your voice. It's going to be a really, really cool workshop. All right. Anyone have anything that they would like to share, that they're offering, that they're involved in, that they'd like to let the community know about? Teresa.
Yeah, just briefly, a couple things. You all know that shop downtown called Inwards Market. It used to be called Instincts. It's nested between Trounce Alley and the Bay Center downtown. It's a metaphysical shop. Anyways, we are looking for someone to work the sales floor. So if anyone wants a job, to work a little bit, part-time, just all hang out for a little bit. Because, metaphysical shop might be appealing to people here.
Yeah.
You know. And I did a heart math presentation online tonight, so if anyone wants to know more information or where to find the replay for that, I can help with that too.
So cool. Thank you, Teresa. 2 amazing announcements. Okay, anybody else? No? All right, well then I'm going to ask you to stand on up. We're going to sing our closing too. Oh no, Rickie has his hand up. Yep.
Yeah, I'd like to announce that today at 2 to 3 there is a conversation about May. If anyone is interested about it, it's run by Deaf Cafes, and it happens on Burger, and it's happening today at 2.
Sorry.
People don't understand what MAID is. MAID,
Oh, MAID. Okay, got it.
MAID is
Medical-
assisted induced death for people who are terminally ill.
Okay, thank you.
There's a conversation today at 2.
Thank you. Oh, that's a good conversation to have. Yeah, thank you, Rickie, for that. So see Rickie if you're interested. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to invite everybody to stand up as we light up the world with our light. Light up the world with my light. I 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 light up the world with my light. Turn to someone next to you. You light up the world with your light. 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 Together as a community, we light up the world with our light. 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 Break it down. We light up, 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 we light up the world. We light up, 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 we light up the world. All right, everyone, bless your neighbor for the week. You, bless you. All right, come on back. Let's light it up some more. I light up the world with my light. 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 You light up the world with your light. We light up the world with our light. Woo! Thank you, Bob Goodwin on piano. Thank you, VTC Community Choir. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in person, online. We love you. We appreciate you. We are so glad you're here, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.